Hi, welcome to your empowered movement class. So glad you're joining me today. Today we are going to be working on a few things in our empowered movement. But first I want to introduce myself. My name is Amanda Gregg and I have a business called Soaring Eagle Healing. And this business, I am passionate about helping people get comfortable in their bodies so that they can begin to have movement and have a opportunity to really see how that reduces stress, how that eliminates procrastination, and how that also helps them be the best version of themselves. So just want to let you know that empowered movement is a piece of what I do. It combines some movement that has to do with some free-flowing dance, but it also has to do with movement that we do mindfully. So it is really a practice to be able to start to do in your daily activity. It could be less than 5 minutes. These classes are usually 30 minutes. And through that time, then you're just really learning some opportunities to move your body. Now, what I always say is a lot of the things that I do actually come from practices that I do that I really love and how they make my body feel when I do them. So you'll see that some of the exercises will repeat themselves, but it's really about being mindful rather than about any sort of outcome when it comes to strengthening or anything like that. It definitely offers an opportunity to create space and create a different way to feel inside of your body. So excited to be with you today. So today we're going to start off just being able to take that time. I'm sitting on a ball. If you want to be sitting in a chair or on the floor, that definitely is a great space to start. So with that, we start with just a breath. So we start with our breathing and really get mindful and present in where we're at right now. So if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, just getting really comfortable in this space, starting to breathe in and out, whatever that looks like for you. It doesn't have to be specifically in through the nose or out through the mouth. But if that's what feels comfortable for you, whatever works. And what I want you to do is begin to think about your intention for today's class. Every class we start off really with an intention of what you would like to have within your practice today. Just allowing yourself to be really, really present in this moment here now. Just being able to just take that time. And we always start off sitting just to begin to get our body warmed up, begin to have that opportunity for some stretches that are a little bit lower impact. And today, as you continue to close your eyes and just think about your intention, I want you to check into your body and just see where your energy level is. So I combine mindfulness, movement, and energy in the work that I do. And so I really think it's really important to just check in on our energy and see where we're at as far as, is your energy high today? Are you vibrating at a pretty high level? Are you tired? Just being able to really, really take that into account and really determine where you're at right now in this moment. So keep breathing. And as your mind will, it will wander, ask if you're doing this the right way, or be judgmental of what's happening for your body. Just allow those thoughts just to come and go and just to release them in the moment now. Just going to take one more minute here, really feeling into this first few minutes of our practice, just really, really checking into our body. If the place that you can drop into is your heart space, that's wonderful. If there's an area of your body that you feel like is a little bit tighter that maybe you want to drop into, just allowing that just to be part of what's going on right here, right now. Keep closing your eyes, even if it feels just a little bit too long for you. Taking a nice big inhale, letting it out. And as you open your eyes, just beginning to keep that intention within your area of thought here. So just keep that intention, keep that thought process of what that may be for you. Keep that feeling in your body of what it feels like for this intention to be part of today and today's class. So we always start with a really, really simple one, but I so love it. And again, anything that you do that's exercise or something that you've seen done or you've watched a YouTube of, whatever it may be, and your body feels really good doing it, I would suggest adding that into your practice. So this one for me is just being able to start to move the neck a little bit. So what I talk about a lot is that when we are sitting, maybe we're looking at our phone, maybe we're looking at our computer, but just really being able to be mindful about the movement of our neck, just the feeling of what that feels like as you begin to roll it around. Just noticing if there's any thoughts that come in, just allowing yourself to come back to your neck and be very, very mindful of what your range of motion may be. And you can go as fast as slow with this. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. So just again, being really mindful of what you feel. For me, I feel a lot in the side of my neck as I move it, but I also feel it at the back of my shoulders. So just really feeling that, maybe even wanting to touch the areas that are beginning to feel that movement. One more circulation, real slow. And then just come back to center. If you want to, close your eyes and just breathe right here for a moment. See if anything has shifted or changed since you first checked in with your body. Today's practice, I just want to take it really slow and be able to have you really, really feel into the different pieces and the different movements that we're doing and figure out what really feels good for you and figure out what you can be able to bring into your daily practice. So the next one is that we are rolling our shoulders back. So we're really just rolling those backwards, really feeling into that space of how that feels for us. Just keep going back. Maybe you're feeling it up in the pectoral muscles, maybe at the top of the shoulders, or maybe at the back. So just keep feeling into that. And we're going to move and go forward now. So forward with those. And you'll notice each class, we actually start off with these particular exercises because I think it's just a great way to really drop into your body and be able to then do the rest of the movements very mindfully and just being able to take that into account. All right, one more motion forward. And again, we're going to stop. We're going to close our eyes, just see where you're at right here with this motion. Maybe take a nice deep breath and let it out. One more time. This time we're going to go to the side. So just taking your body all the way over, very feel that stretch. However far it is for you, maybe it's right here, maybe it's a little bit further, allowing your head to drop over to that other space. And we're going to do it on the other side. And we're going to do this 3 times on each side, so I'll help you through that. Just feeling each time, really feeling that stretch right here. And the second time on our right side. Just being mindful of where you feel that and breathing in this pose. This is the third time on the right side. Right hand up at least. Then our left hand over, feeling that opening, that space. A lot of times in our hips and the side bodies, we can really feel a lot of our emotions sit there and a lot of our stress may sit there. All right, so next what we're going to do is we are going to now take our hands and we are going to put them forward and make a fist. So make a fist that looks like this, not too tight, but just enough that it just feels really good just to have them like that. So then we are just going to roll these in a direction in towards each other. And this is a really great one as you're working on your computer, working on the phone, anything that we're really doing with our hands. And we're just going to reverse that. So we're going to go the opposite direction. You may also feel this in your forearms. So seeing what that feels like. Breathing. And one thing I'll say about empowered movement as we're doing this exercise is that it is not any complicated movements. Empowered movement is about really bringing in what your body wants to do and how it wants to move. So that's why I said explore your practice. The next one, we're just going to go up and in, down and in. So kind of like a little bit of a curl, but actually with our wrists. So just allowing them to have this range of motion. So really finding and exploring what movements your body's calling for. And I am an advocate for moving every hour at least. And as you start to put this into your practice, you will really see that there is a consistency that your body actually starts to ask for. And if you can really, really listen to that, there is a new way that your body will begin to communicate with you. And so it's just very simple movements and any movement that's calling you. All right, our next ones we're going to be getting up. So take your time to get up and make a little bit of room for you. So have enough space that you're able to kind of spread out just a little bit. So our first one here, we are going to, what we're going to do is we're going to take our arms up and then we're going to pull them down. So, and when you pull them down, using your strength to do that. So you can do up, and you can also do this one while you're still sitting as well. So stretching up as much as you can, pulling down and engaging the muscles of your arms as you do that. So up and pulling down, up and pulling down, up and pulling down. The other thing that empowered movement is very much associated with is a form of dance. So in any time in these classes, if you want to put on your own music and be able to do these movements with that, that is a great way to do it. And you'll see in a minute here, we're going to have some little bit of free flowing. So this time we're going to go out and we're going to pull it back in. And when you pull it back in, you're actually pulling your arms and all of it. And what you want to do is really tighten the core so that you really feel that as you begin to bring it in. And if you have any pain in your shoulders or anything like that, you can always do the range of motion that can be just a little bit less, but really feeling that tightening of those areas. So just keep doing that, keep moving. Next, we're going to get our body involved. And empowered movement actually moves through all our chakras. So if you are familiar with your chakras, right now we are in the space of the heart, the solar plexus, and the sacral area. The next one that we're going to do is actually going to be livening up just a little bit of our root. So this one, I really love this one. I probably do this in each class, and you'll get to really familiar with this one. But we're just going to go around in a circle. And if you'd like, put your hands on your hips. Just begin to open that space up. breathing into that, just feeling into that. How does that feel? Is there anything that's tight? Do you feel something opening? So just keep doing that circle motion. And then we're going to switch directions. So we're going to go back and forward, back and forward. There's always a different thing that's calling you. Maybe there's, you want to keep your hands out. You can use your upper body as you are twisting. Or if you want to just keep your hands on your hips, that's totally fine as well. Breathe into that. A few more rotations. Your mind may be saying we're done, but your body is still enjoying the movement, so just allowing that to be. So let's meet in the center as we do this. And maybe you're in a space and you're in your standing, so just make sure that you have balance. Just closing your eyes for a moment, taking that time to really connect with your body. Listen to what it's saying, what's happening here. Again, looking at your energy level, where is it at? As we're at this point in the practice, about halfway through. Next few movements, we're going to be moving around in our space. So we're just going to be step touching side to side. So this one is just very simple, just side to side. And if you want to kind of use your hands to make it a little bit bigger, or you can keep your hands on your hips. But I move back and forth through my space. So just going back and forth, being able to do that step touch side to side. And I really like this one, and it's actually been a practice that I just kind of resonated with when somebody said that a lot of times our range of motion is moving forwards as we're walking. And when we actually start to do this sideway motion, then we are moving in a different way and being able to communicate with our body in a different way. So in this next part, I want you to just really feel into that. Kind of like you're swaying to one of your favorite songs. Remember to breathe as you're doing this one. So going back and forth. Breathe. Feel into that. I'm just kind of leading with my elbow, but if there's a different way, maybe you just want to be a little bit like this. So we're really getting a lot of our body involved. So maybe you can tell that your breathing's just starting to go just a little bit more. That's great. Just sticking with that. And one more just forward here, and then come back into the center. We'll meet here. Taking a moment, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do two more like that. One more. All right, our next one is actually a piece that I use in my morning routine. And this one, we just come and we lift up our knee. And we hit it with the opposite hand. And I don't mean hit with any sort of force, but just really touching that. And what happens is this connects our different sides of our body and our brain and really starts to make a difference in our different areas of our body. Now, as we get bigger with this, I want you to reach up and pull down. Reach up and pull down. And you can do this as slowly or as quickly as you'd like. And your knee does not have to go as high as perhaps mine's going. It could stay down here, which is really trying to reach up, grabbing something from the top shelf, being able to just bring that down. This movement reminds me of a quote that I heard not that long ago. Well, actually, a long time ago. It was in the stairwell, and this stairwell was used for movement in the building that I was in. And it said, you don't wear out, you rust out. So that is part of what empowered movement is all about as well, is that keep moving. No matter how simple it is, your body will start to crave it. And the movements, maybe they're different, maybe they're the same. But you keep moving. A couple more times. I know we've been doing this for a minute here. One more there. All right. Let's take a moment. Close your eyes. Feel into that. If you need to hold on to something. All right. This next one is kind of fun. And this next one is we are just going to shake it out. So any way that your body wants to move. So just shaking, movement. Maybe that your hips are moving too. Maybe your head's moving. Just really taking into account how you'd want to move. Breathing into that space. Put it up above your head. Nobody's watching you right now. This is always one of my favorite ones that I do in the middle of my day when I could feel the energy just starting to get just a little bit stagnant. I get up and I do this one. A few more seconds. Keep going, keep going. Get those hips involved. Maybe you're moving your legs a little bit. Get those legs going. All right. Just breathe in and breathe out. All right. This final one that we're going to be doing while we're standing is what happens is you just kind of brush off the energy. So taking everything that we moved around and just being able to sort of brush that off down through the back, just allowing that to just be released. And the movement that you did, just being able to feel into that. All right. Take a moment just to see where you're at, what has changed for you. Noticing any thoughts that are coming in and just allowing those to go, just allowing those to be. Our next one that we're going to do is going to be just a little bit of one where we're going to be coming back down to seated, but we're still standing here. So this one, we are going to take the corners of our elbows and we're just going to do a really short little squat, so not very far down, and we're just moving that just a little bit. So just moving that, nice little small pulses. If your shoulders hurt, you can always bring this down just a little bit. But what this pose does is actually opens the back of the heart and allows just a little bit of pulse. And when you're pulsing in this space, just really being able to be mindful of the areas that you feel. For me, I feel the back of my butt and also the front wall of my abdomen. So just feeling those spaces. I also feel my shoulders and my arms as they're up like this. So we're just going to do a few more like this. We're not going very deep. No need to go deep. Being able to just sit back. Just take that in really quick. Breathing in, breathing out. All right. Two more. So we're going to come back to seated as we come to our space again here. And I like to end with this one. This one is just simply placing your hands in prayer position. We are going to close our eyes again. And what we're going to do is we're just going to reach up, breathing in. And we're going to reach up as high as we can and then pull that back down. And you can do that at any speed that is good for you. So if it's a faster speed, that's great. If it's a slower speed, if it's the same with your breath that you're trying to match that, that's wonderful as well. So breathing in and down. And we're going to do 10 of these. So do 10 of them in your own time. And we'll meet back in the center. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Concentrate on the movement and your breath. And then meeting in the center, whenever you're done, if you have one more to go, just I'll wait for you. And we're going to come back to that space. And this is going to be about a 4-minute, 3 and some minutes relaxation integration time. So if you'd like to close your eyes, if you want to put your hands somewhere else, maybe on your lap, or you can keep them in prayer position, whatever's comfortable for you. And I want you to just breathe, check in again with your body. How does that feel in that space? And what I want you to do right now is just recall the intention that you started in this place with. Just resting here. If any thoughts come, just allowing them to really pass by. You might be saying, are we done yet? Just allowing that restful space. It's the space where with empowered movement and many other practices that you get to integrate all of the movements that you did. And I really suggest starting this off and ending, even if you're doing just a few minute practice like this. It really helps you to drop into your body, drop into this space. Just be very mindful of your body. And what I want you to do is actually bring your attention to your heart space. And this may mean that you want to place your arm or your hands up onto your heart. Begin to feel this area, both the front and the side, but also the back heart, like when we were doing that pose where we had our elbows, just allowing that space to really open up. Checking in to your body, seeing what may have changed, what may have stayed the same. Is there any areas that are still calling you or have called you because of this movement? Just being very mindful of that. And as you come to a close for today's practice, just being able to take that time and just take that moment in closing your practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely day. And if you have any questions about any movement or any thoughts that you have about today's practice, please message me below or private message me. I'd love to chat with you. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.